Good evening and welcome to this week's edition of Tigers Roar. I'm Tommy Krysan with Jordy Hultberg. Happy Thanksgiving to one and all. A great week for family, friends, food, football, hunting, fishing, you name it. And a great week to have Tigers Roar rolling you into the coaching carousel, the loss to Florida, the A&M game. Good evening, Mr. Hultberg.
Wow, you said it all. Can we go home now? That's 2 hours worth right there. No, it's great to be here. It's a great time of the year. Get ready for the opulence of food and football starting Thursday. LSU at 6:30, and then Friday. So many great college rivalry games that have so much meaning, not only between bragging rights between the two factions, but for conference championships, for national consideration. There's a lot on the line this weekend.
And you got the prep playoffs.
Yes.
Cranking it up, getting closer to the Superdome. For the LHSAA, the Saints on Sunday back in action. 3 NFL games on Turkey Day. And, of course, LSU. We will be here right after the LSU A&M game with the Pelican Sports Post-Game Show. Your phone calls, your text messages, reports from the stadium. And I'm thinking some conversation about the coaching carousel. Jordy, it spins every year at this time. It happens to include Baton Rouge and LSU this year, although it did for a little while last year until after the A&M game when they said, okay, we're going forward with Les Miles by the announcement by Joe Oliva. Now, Jordy, I said on radio today, I can't go a half hour without a text message or something on Facebook or email.
Sources.
Something to do with the coach.
Sources.
Something to do with the coaching situation.
Sources.
You know, this guy, friends saying, a girl I know who lives in Houston texted me today, said, how come they're not talking about James Franklin? I mean, it's coming from everywhere, all getting talked about. And here's the thing, 95 or more % of what you hear is inaccurate. The key would be figuring out that 3, 4, 5%.
98% of what you
98?
hear.
Okay, figuring out the 2%, which might have some substance to it. I have heard so many things about so many names. Yeah, it is this, it's not that. How about this?
Any agent worth a grain of salt, wherever there is a job opening, he is going to throw to the media, to whoever it needs to be, his guy, because one of two things is going to happen, and the for sure thing is he's going to benefit. Either his guy is going to be up for the job and may get it, of which lots more money, or he's going to stay where he is, he's going to get a bump in pay, and whatever happens, the agent wins out.
Why didn't we become agents? We both have the gift of gab, don't we?
Yeah, but it's crazy.
We're not lawyers, but, you know.
I don't, Joe Oliva and his little conclave of 5 or 6.
I mean, seriously, I wonder.
I think it's.
I know it's his decision, but
it's about 5 people.
He's got some people he's bouncing things off.
A board of supervisor, remember? He's no dummy.
Well, people are bouncing stuff off of him. We know that, but
here's what I
bouncing it off them. That's a big question. That's a big difference.
I want to see the stack because I firmly believe LSU is a top 5, 6 job in the country.
I agree.
When it comes to football, I want to see the stack of resumes who have expressed an interest, a sincere interest in the job. That's what I want to see.
Dozens.
I would hope so.
Dozens.
But look, Texas is going to be open. There's a strong possibility that Oregon's going to be open. There's a strong possibility Notre Dame's going to be open. There's going to be a lot of things happening. So
UCLA could be open. And then you got the opening where somebody leaves. I mean, hypothetically,
the
if
ripple
Jimbo
effect.
Fisher comes to Baton Rouge,
the ripple
Florida
effect.
State's
Absolutely.
open. So
absolutely.
You have backdraft on all of it.
Here's the interesting aspect that I want to see how it plays out. Because I personally don't believe. I believe the only way Ed Orgeron becomes the head coach at LSU is if 2 or 3 or 4 people say to LSU, thanks, but no thanks. And so he's the fallback guy, which I'm sure he'd be fine with because his pay will go up significantly. I want to see how he reacts to not getting the job, and if he wants to stick around and be that recruiting coordinator / defensive line coach for whoever comes in. He didn't do that at USC, but $600,000 is nothing to sneeze at that position. You're not going to find that at other schools paying that dollar amount.
True. LSU staff's one of the highest paid staff in America. Keep that in mind. But then you also have to look at, does he have another offer somewhere, whatever that may be? I mean, if Lane Kiffin gets the whatever job, does he want Orgeron on his staff, okay, or whomever. He knows people everywhere. He's been around. He's got an incredible network.
He's got his sons playing at McNeese. He's here. There's a lot of things working in his favor to stay. Dave Aranda's option is priority number one to stay.
But that's got up to the next coach, not to Joe Oliva.
Understood.
Okay.
But the next coach would be foolish
not to.
What
if he doesn't like Dave? What if they had friction 10 years ago?
It's all about results on the field, as far as I'm concerned. And the coach wants to win games.
It's like Jordan didn't care about Dennis Rodman as long as he got 17 rebounds.
If you tell me every coach gets along on every staff, I'll tell you there's some swampland in Montana that I'll sell to you. It's all about results.
Anyway, you're going to hear a lot of stuff. You're going to read a lot of stuff, you know. And you know, the friend of the neighbor who
You
works
told
at
me
the
who the
plant.
coach is going to be. You told me.
Well, I got a feeling.
You told me. Sources tell you.
I mean, I got information coming in. I'll say this. I will say this right here on this week's Tigers Roar. I don't think it's Jimbo Fisher. I don't think it's Tom Herman.
Okay.
You know, and if I'm wrong, I'll eat crow and have to live with that. I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again.
If I don't know who it's going to be. I have no earthly clue.
I don't know either.
I have no earthly clue.
And even though I say not Herman, not Fisher, I guess it could shake out where one of them was, but I don't think it will.
It's got to go to the people. It's in everything. Follow the money.
Well, it's money.
Follow the money, and then you'll know.
Right.
Okay.
Well, following the money.
You got to get.
Why I say it's not those guys.
Why?
Houston has said they're not going to lose him over money, but Herman didn't say that.
No, Fertitta, the guy that owns all the Landrys and all those restaurants, said that. You ever been to? Well, they can say what they want. They can say what they want.
Well,
okay,
that's a
billion. That's $1 billion. That's a billionaire saying, "Come on, Texas, I'll spend whatever it takes." But you can't win a championship at Houston.
Right.
And it's all about.
He won one at Ohio State as offensive coordinator, so he knows he's been there.
And that's why I like Herman more than anybody else, because he took an Ohio State team that lost not one, the starting quarterback, the second string quarterback, put the third string quarterback in, changed the entire offense. See, this is contrary to what LSU says. You can't change the offense midstream. We don't have enough time.
He
did it in a week.
At Ohio State.
At Ohio State, and won the national championship, and Cardell Jones was the greatest player on the planet. Don't tell me.
Has done nothing
don't
since.
tell me you cannot when he left, Cardell Jones, right? You don't tell me you can't change.
Well,
that's garbage.
1-0
right?
1-0 Holtberg.
Sorry.
No,
all these people say you
can't.
You can't change the offense midstream.
He did.
And won a national against the best competition out there. The conference championship game, the semifinals, and the national championship against the best teams you can play. He changed midstream, and Cardell Jones was unbelievable.
4-0 Holtberg. 4-0 Holtberg.
End of story.
You heard it.
Sorry.
Right. Hey, we got a lot coming up tonight.
Toss pitch on 4th and goal, please.
You want to get to that now?
Not really, but if you want to. The guys worked very hard putting that all together.
Look, we got a couple of looks at the last play of the LSU-Florida game, and we're going to fire it at you a few times, slow motion, fast motion. Both of us will make some comments. Some of you may have seen it, maybe not, but here's a really good look. And then I'm going to point out several different things for you to look at in the many times that we replay it. And then you can make your own decision.
Film study.
Your own judgment.
Film study.
I know a couple things about football. So if we could get the guys in the truck to cue that up. The 4th down play, 3 seconds to go. You see it, 16-10.
So you got a tight end on the left,
inside.
right?
Well, watch Foster Morrow, the tight end on the left, in motion. Now watch him seal block. Watch him get his butt to the sideline and his head on the opposite side of the.
So what is that?
The sideline and the helmet, because he's thinking.
What does that tell you? The ball's supposed to go.
Yeah. The play was called pylon left.
Yeah. So you're supposed to run outside.
Morrow, the tight end on the left side, who does the little reverse motion thing. Watch him right here. We're going to come back a little. Watch his head will be between the cornerback's head and the sideline, and he turns his butt to the sideline. It's a seal block.
Now, first of all,
right here. Watch
J.D. Moore
watch the top of the screen. No, watch the top of the screen.
I know.
Morrow puts his head outside and puts his butt to the sideline, trying to give the angle to the pylon.
Right.
Now we'll go back.
Go back. Let me watch J.D. Moore, and I'm not cutting down the kid.
Fullback J.D.
Watch,
Moore.
look at his head when he goes to make a block. Look what he's looking at right there, number 44. Look at his head right there. It's straight down, and he does the El Wiffo.
He barely catches a piece of 26 for the Gators, who grabs both legs of Geis, which may have impeded his jumping distance, okay? Now, here's another thing to look at. Watch just Danny Etling. The next time we show it to you, I want you to watch quarterback Danny Etling and Danny Etling only. Okay, we'll get to Geis in a minute. But let's get it. Etling back under center.
You think he's
and watch when Etling turns to pitch. He's looking to pitch, see the guy going left. Right here, he turns, he's not there. Now he pauses, and wait a minute, now I got to adjust
Pretty
and
good
throw
play
the
on his
ball
part.
back over to the right.
Pretty good play on his part. Improvisational play.
Yeah, by Etling, okay? So he was fake. He was expecting Geis to have taken a step to the left. Now let's look at Darius Geis. If you look at Geis, we'll bring it all the way back to where he's set and Etling's still under center. Let's get Geis has got both feet in the ground. He's just out of the picture. But when you turn around, watch Etling comes out of center with the ball. Geis's right foot is stepping to the right. You're about to see it in the screen here. Right here. He's stepping right with his right foot, and he's supposed to be going left. See the move to the right here? He's going the wrong way with that false step to the right. Now, Geis does his very best to correct and do everything he can to break the plane. It didn't happen.
So who's the fault there?
Well, J.D. Moore whiffed on a block, but I think if Geis goes left off the get-go, it's a battle between him, and if we can back it up a little bit,
wait,
the guy.
How many times do you think they've called that play?
1,000.
So
you see the guy standing on the S in the end zone? He's unblocked. Number 3, I think that is. He's standing on the base of the S in the end zone for Florida, okay? They got 9 guys on the line, 2 linebackers. He never does get blocked by anyone when you watch the play unfold. So Geis has to try to beat him to the pylon, and if the guy gets an angle on him, Geis stops and barrels into the end zone, barrels him over because he's 20 pounds heavier than that guy at least, and it becomes Geis versus that guy. I'll take Geis 9 out of 10 times there. Let the film keep going. That guy never gets blocked, okay? He's making sure that tight end doesn't slip out on a pass route. Now he knows it's a run. He kind of runs in there. He doesn't do anything. He never puts his hand. But he was responsible in case that tight end slipped out to run a pass route. He doesn't do that. Then he looks back inside to Geis. But he would have. And if you look at Morrow, after he blocks this guy, he could even chip that unblocked guy going to the sidelines. Geis can get to that pylon. If he
so
can't
in
get to the
conclusion,
pylon,
we've watched it 50 times now.
In conclusion, if Geis goes the correct way, I think there's a strong chance he scores a touchdown. Then, of course, you got to kick the extra point.
So who shoulders the blame on that?
Geis.
Okay.
And look, don't start with this, I'm getting on Geis. If a field goal kicker makes a winning kick, we say his name. Mm-hmm. If he misses it, we say his name. Mm-hmm. If the basketball player hits the 3-point shot at the buzzer to win the game, we say his name. If he misses a layup that costs the game, we say his name. So if Geis went the wrong way, I'm saying his name.
If he can say they can't run no more from us, then we can say his name.
And he's got to learn from it. That's all he can do. He can't change.
Had a bad game.
He can
Had
learn
a bad
from
game.
it.
Fumbled. Yeah. Had a bad
game. So, look, he's a million times better athlete than I ever thought about being. He made a mistake, just like
it happened.
All LSU players made mistakes that day.
But you can't make that mistake at that time of a game with the results in hand. You've got to know where to go and what you're supposed to do, particularly if you've had that play, like you said, run 1,000 times. Where's the focus?
And you were coming out of a timeout.
Where? Well, of course.
So, I mean, more reason to be, okay, this is what we're doing, this is what we're doing, this is what we're doing. It wasn't confusion in the huddle like, hey, what's this guy calling? No, they were on the sidelines. They said, pylon left. Let's go, guys. Go ahead. Let's get this thing in the end zone, kick an extra point.
Pylon left. Run left. Don't run right.
All right, we're overdue for a break. We're going to take it. We'll come back from here. Ed Orgeron, his thoughts on the Florida game. Then we'll put that behind us, start looking ahead to the Thanksgiving night battle against the Aggies of Texas A&M. LSU 5-point favorites. What?
Someone loses this game, that job's open.
That job's open. Oh, gee.
Then Herman's. Then you got Texas, LSU, and Texas A&M. The money going up for Tom Herman.
Herman's giving out lots of Christmas gifts this year. Jordy Hulper and Tommy Krysan. We're back with more of Tigers Roar. Baton Rouge, Lafayette, New Orleans on the internet at PelicanSportsTV.com. Stay with us.
We want you. Immediately after the LSU game, it's Pelican Sports post-game show with Tommy Krysan and Buddy Sanji. We'll have reports from the stadium, statistics, and game analysis. Your phone calls and text messages are welcome. The Pelican Sports post-game show right after the LSU game on Pelican Sports TV and CBS Sports Radio.
Here at Rejuva-Me Medical, we strive to accomplish a more youthful you. We specialize in the most advanced techniques of testosterone replacement therapy in men, bioidentical hormone replacement in women, IV therapy, and nutritional support along with the state-of-the-art cosmetics procedures. Experience a network of trainers and health coaches offering diet and nutritional plans tailored to you. Call us today to schedule your free consultation to discuss your individual needs and goals. Look like you live younger.
Creel Tree Service is a licensed and insured tree service providing tree and stump removal, topping, trimming, cabling, pruning, and fertilizing. We have free stump removal with takedowns, free estimates, affordable rates, and senior citizens discounts. Call 774-TREE. That's 774-8733. Get your yard ready for the warmer weather. If it deals with a tree, call me, Creel Tree Service, 774-8733. That's 774-TREE.
Perkins Road Veterinary Hospital is a full-service veterinary hospital committed to your pet's health. We offer advanced diagnostic and therapeutic medical services, laser surgery, dog and cat diets, and treats, along with stress-free boarding. Dr. Ritchie sees patients for routine checkups to keep your loved ones happy, also advanced medical and surgical cases. We have separate condos for cat boarding and large climate-controlled canine boarding. Our boarding dogs get to have fun in a very large play yard several times a day. Laser therapy is a service that we offer to heal wounds and help our patients that suffer from chronic pain. Laser therapy is a wonderful adjunct treatment for neurologic and arthritic pain with no side effects. Your pets are family members and deserve the best and highest quality of care. Dr. Ritchie and his staff greatly respect the human-animal bond and are committed to exceeding your expectations. Cypress Lake Apartments are conveniently located off Segan Lane in Baton Rouge. Come see this community, which has many amenities including swimming pools, fitness room, playground, and much more. Beautiful views of Cypress Lake. 1, 2, 3-bedroom apartments are available. Stop by and see Cypress Lake Apartments. Give them a call at 225-293-6789 or visit online, cypresslake-apartments.net. We continue with Tigers Roar. I spent a little time today with Mike Tremonti over at Tremonti's.
Good guy.
What a place. They are rocking and rolling, getting ready for Thanksgiving. Christmas is they start their Christmas stuff Friday.
Yeah.
Well, so many great things over there. Tell us a little bit about Tremonti's Meat and Seafood.
Well, if you haven't put your turkey order in, it's too late now. It's too late. They're filled to the rims on it, but you can still go out there and get all the trimmings. They've got rice dressing, cornbread dressing, green bean casseroles, carrot soufflés, spinach madeleines. So they've got all that in case you need something to as a little addition to your Thanksgiving feast. But then after Thanksgiving, it's all about Christmas. It's all about the prime ribs, the fine spirits that they've got. They've got everything. You got to go to Tremontis.com. I'm not doing it justice enough by just saying things off the cuff. You got to go look at it yourself and see. They got nothing but top of the line. Their Chairman's Reserve prime beef is second to none. I'll put it up against any restaurant in town.
And I was in there. They got the grills. They got all the spirits, the scotches, the whiskeys. I mean, everything. They got the seeds, the spice, the sprinkling spice.
You like the spice?
Oh no! I told my dad, I said, "Lord, you see me saying that on TV. I'm putting it on everything at the house. I mean, everything. That is it. Just get on over there. Get your little lunch.
They got everything.
Check out all the meat cases with all the sausages and I mean, you name it. Really, one trip in there and you're going back all the time.
Here's something you can think of. You know, everybody thinks about Thanksgiving. What about the day after Thanksgiving and Saturday? They've got homemade lasagnas. They've got homemade crawfish fettuccinis. All you do is stick it in the oven for 30 minutes. Man, you're the king of your castle. People are going to eat and love it.
Tremontis.com, 751-7665. They're going to have gift cards during the holidays.
Yeah.
Next week, we're going to show you some gift baskets that they have. If you're an employer, you can give it to your employees, give it to your neighbors, give it to family members. Man, it's got so much there, okay? It's not. Don't think you're going there to get a hamburger. You're going there to get a steak. They've got tons of stuff at Tremonti's, and you need to get over there soon. You will make many return trips, I can assure you.
Yeah, they've been great to me for a long, long time, but their food is second to none.
Oh, it's
second to
good
none.
stuff. Tremontis.com, lots of info there. Stop in. What's the address?
12451 Old Jefferson Highway. Parkview Baptist Airline Highway. Boom, come on down. That's Old Jefferson. You can't miss it.
All right, there you go with Tremonti's. One more thing here on the LSU-Florida game. We had some comments from Coach Orgeron, and I don't know how I want to say what I'm about to say, Jordy, but you know, he's talking about the one game at a time, and that's his focus, that's his job, and I get that. But there had to be a piece of him that knew when they walked off that field and he shook Jim McElwain's hand and he was the team that lost, he had to know that whatever chance he had to be the coach became greatly diminished. Maybe not out the window, but diminished. I even think his Monday press luncheon, he sounded a lot different to me. You know, and it's human. We're all human.
Sure.
We all have emotion, okay? And he's an emotional guy.
I mean, that's his dream job.
I think he's done a great job, and I think it probably hit him after the game. Here's some comments from Ed Orgeron right after the loss to the Florida Gators.
Bo just got the back one the wrong way. We had a little short toss call, and the back went the wrong way, although he made a good effort, but it just wasn't executed.
You're up 7-3, you're driving, you get one there. Really.
Yeah, I thought that was the difference in the game right there. One of the turning points of the game, you know. Up 7-3, go up 14-3 with the great defense we have. We could do some things that to move the football, but take care of the clock. We just didn't get it done.
On a 98-yard touchdown, what was the breakdown there?
Got beat one-on-one. We talked about one-on-one matchups, our speed against their speed, and we got beat.
The number of missed tackles on this defense, how uncharacteristic was that?
Very uncharacteristic. Going into the game, we knew that Florida's backs were as good as we faced. Probably the only team that had better backs was us. We emphasized tackling all week. I think the missing Kendall in there hurt us a little bit, but uncharacteristically, not a good tackling football team tonight. It's something we have to fix.
You talked about this team having one heartbeat, but clearly it wasn't all there today, and the team is missing something. Can you quite put your finger on what that is?
Yeah, we just didn't execute. The guys, ready to go. We had a good week of practice. We played a good football team today. We weren't clicking on all cylinders, and it showed.
The skirmish before the game, was Leonard going to play anyway? There was a report that he played because he got motivated by the skirmish.
He didn't say that to me. He just came to me before the dressing room and before the game in the dressing room and said, Coach, I want to play.
And that was after the skirmish, right?
Yeah, it was.
You don't
What did you
yeah.
make of that, the skirmish beforehand? What did you think of this?
You know, we don't need that. You know, I don't know what happened out there, what not there, but that's not the way the game is won. You don't need it. Again, I have to look at the film, but obviously they were driving the ball in the middle. We were getting knocked back for the first time. They got a good offensive line. The backs run the ball really hard. Before I say anything, I really want to look at the film.
Did you see anything during the week or even before the game that would indicate to you that maybe your team was a little flat? Did you see anything like that?
You know, they were ready to go. We had one of our best practices on Wednesday and Thursday. And this morning, they got up early. Everybody's early to meetings. Maybe a little distracted with maybe a fight and stuff like that, but I don't think thought we were ready to go.
The idea about the Sugar Bowl being in play, any of that, y'all think you did a good job blocking that out?
Nothing was mentioned in our room about that. You know what I mean? There was nothing. It was all about Game 6 and the task at hand. There was nothing ever mentioned about that.
Coach, prior to this game, there was a lot of back and forth, whether it be fans or social media, whatever, but you feel like there was almost too much emotion in this game?
I don't know that. I think emotion is good if you use it in the right way. I think we need to learn how to bounce back from success. You know, we had a lot of success on the road against Arkansas. We came back and obviously didn't bounce back against a very tough team. We knew this was going to be a tough road. You know, you play Arkansas and Florida, and Alabama back to back, but that's part about being in the SEC. We needed to play better today.
This short week, does it help or hurt?
Because it's what it is. We're going to go after it.
After Geis's fumble down there early, it seemed like it was a long time before he came back in. Was that like punishment or what?
No, it was not. It was a rotation, and again, Coach Luke handles the rotation, and if it was punishment, it wasn't talked about in the headsets.
You know what I
He's
noticed?
very candid, man. He's very candid.
You ain't, there's no tap dancing.
No,
there.
he's candid.
You know what I noticed? Both he and Jim McElwain, when asked about the skirmish, you know, McElwain, I was putting my tennis shoes on, I don't know what happened. And even on Monday when he was asked, or he was asked by, so I hadn't looked at it, I don't know. They stay away from that kind of stuff.
Right, it's controversial. They don't want to have to talk about it.
Well, they don't want to have to say it was good or bad or ugly or indifferent or whatever.
I've seen that way too many times in way too many games. That has no bearing on anything.
No, it's emotion. Like I like what always Ron said. Emotion's a good thing if used the right way.
Correct.
Emotion can work against you.
Absolutely.
We'll take a break. Come back. We're going to let you hear Ed Orgeron answer a bunch of questions. When we return, we're also going to tell you about Robert Roth Jewelers. We'll do that when we return. Jordy Hultberg, Tommy Chrysan. This is Tigers Roar on Pelican Sports TV, Baton Rouge, Lafayette, New Orleans. On the internet at pelicansportstv.com. Stay with us.
For over 26 years, Hunt's Tire Pros has served Baton Rouge, making you, the customer, priority number one. Nationwide warranties, better prices, and excellent service are just a few ways we do just that. It starts with our hassle-free experience, where you're only sold what you need when you need it. So for quality service you can trust for generations to come, and all the great tire brands like Michelin and B.F. Goodrich, visit Hunt's Tire Pros on Greenville Springs Road or online at huntstire.com.
My name is Dr. Nicole Rogers, and I'm here in Old Metairie, Louisiana at Hair Restoration of the South, where your hair is our care. And I'd like to invite you to come and visit and discuss various options for treatment of thinning hair. These can include both medical and surgical options. You don't have to go straight to surgery. In the meantime, feel free to check out our website, hairrestorationofthesouth.com, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Attention small business owners. Penn Funding announces the easiest and fastest business funding program, the Platinum Business Account.
We needed cash fast. Business is good, but this is an emergency. We needed some new equipment, and the banks wouldn't help us.
At Penn Funding, we like to say yes, you're approved. With your Platinum Business Account, you could qualify for up to $50,000 or more. This amazing new business account funding program is so effective, you could have the cash you need in just days.
I called, spoke with an agent who pre-qualified us, and connected me.
Call now for your Platinum Business Account. If you've been in business for at least 6 months, you could qualify for up to $50,000 or more in just days.
I called Penn Funding and had my money fast.
Need cash for your business? Call Penn Funding now.
Call 800-552-8621. 800-552-8621.
All right, thank you for watching Tigers Roar. A little quick qualifier here. We've got, we're taping this, you're watching this on a Wednesday night. A lot of things could happen in the coming days after that, and if you happen to catch a replay of this and something has happened and we don't talk about it, it's all my fault.
It's his fault.
Now, we do want to tell you about a new sponsor. He's been working with us on radio, now on TV. Robert Roth Jewelers, 7513 Jefferson Highway across from Goodwood Hardware, right there by Town Center. Robert's been in business 25 years in the same place. Robert Roth Jewelers, they specialize in engagement rings. They've got fine jewelry, they got hand engraving, they got jewelry repair. Robert Roth Jewelers, 7513 Jefferson Highway. They're on Facebook. They're on the website. I'm looking for the spot.
He's looking.
All right, well.
Robert's a good guy. I've known Robert a long time. Long time.
Yeah, so.
You getting engaged? Is that what you're trying to tell us?
No, I'm not getting engaged. We can get that clear right now.
Okay.
No, I am not getting engaged, not even close.
Your phone's blowing up now.
Yeah,
Yes,
you say,
saying, yes, you are. It says, yes, you are. You promised me.
From the Cadillac.
You promised me.
Yeah, but anyway, so.
Let's roll on. That graphic's not coming.
No, we got to get to it. I mean,
oh, really? Okay. You want to tap dance first?
He can't find it.
All right. Well, then we will.
There, but he can't find it.
We'll move on.
Well, then let's move on, and we'll catch him later. Okay, we'll tell you about Robert Roth Jewelry. Got some good stuff. 7513 Jefferson Highway. RobertRothJewelers.com. Right now, though, we want you to hear from the questions and the answers. Some good stuff from the media.
Monday.
To Ed Orgeron. This took place Monday on the LSU campus. Kendall Beck was out for the A&M game. You'll learn about that. Fournette day-to-day, game-time decision.
No way he plays.
I don't
no
think
way.
So. Many other things about LSU football. Here's the coach of the Tigers, Ed Orgeron.
Hey, Coach. Darius Geis, obviously a very talented football player, a young football player, just a sophomore. What do you think he learned this past week?
Well, it's about execution, and obviously he's disappointed in some of the things that he did, but it's not all on him. We can point out 20 plays where the execution wasn't right at each position. So every one of us learned in a valuable ball game, every play counts, and he's one of 20 players that didn't execute, so it's just not him.
Coach, you mentioned them being +6 in turnovers. Do they just sell out to get to the ball? Because it looks like they're also, right up there at the tops and leading the conference in sacks and tackles for loss.
Yeah, they're very talented in their pass rush. They force you to make bad throws. They get after that football, but they play good fundamentals up front too. They just don't. We've played out of defense where they just sell out to get to the ball, and they didn't tackle well. That's not the type of defense they are. They're very fundamentally sound.
Coach, we talked a lot this year about the less time on the practice field, more time in the classroom. Do you feel like that benefits you maybe more on a short week like this?
Yeah, I think it's going to be an advantage for us today. The way we practiced, our guys are fresh. We'll be ready to go. I think today is going to be a challenging day because Monday is usually a short day for us. But the guys are going to go out on the field and do a very good job of practice, but we won't wear them out. We're going to be ready to go Thursday night.
Coach, right here, I don't know if you noticed things like this, but it seems like on Saturday there was a lack of energy in the stadium. What are your thoughts on that? We always say big plays fuel emotion. And the more big plays we make, the more emotion there'll be. I know when we completed that ball on 4th and 10, that stadium was rocking. So I think that it works hand in hand.
Ed, did you get a chance to see the video of the pregame little skirmish on the field?
No, I was in the locker room. In fact, I was having a conversation with some people. I didn't see none of that stuff.
You don't know? Do you know anything about it? Has anybody come to you about it or not?
No, I heard stuff about it, but I didn't see it. I'm not and look at it.
Could you give us an update on a couple of guys, Kendall's situation with his knee, and then Leonard?
Yeah, Kendall's going to be out, and yep. He should be fine, but Leonard's day-to-day with that ankle obviously is sore and stuff like that, but we'll see, and we'll see it. It's going to be a game-type situation again. See if he can practice and do the things that he can tolerate.
Talked about Kendall. Donnie's 35 pounds lighter than he is. Is that something that you can scheme to help? Is there something that you can use this limited amount of time to kind of shore up there?
Yeah, well, Donnie did a pretty good job for us, and Duke helped him out a little bit. It's just something that we have to deal with, keying diagnose. But there is a difference, obviously, between him and Kendall. I think Donnie is going to be a really good football player, but the thing about A&M is going to help us there, spread offense. You better run fast and make some plays in space, and I think that's what Donnie does well.
Coach, I know you have a game to play Thursday night, but looking at the bigger picture, many of your players have expressed support for you. Can you talk about that? And do you expect to interview formally for the job once this game is over?
Yeah, it's good that you asked that question. When we started this, when I came up to the podium, it seemed like yesterday. It passed very fast. And we talked about taking it one day at a time and just doing the best I can on a daily basis. So I'm going up through the game following that routine. And whatever happens after the game, I'm sure we're going to discuss. We haven't discussed anything yet, and things are going to happen the way it should. But my job is to prepare this team to play on Thanksgiving. Pete, Jake, and I was talking about it this morning. What a wonderful opportunity we have to coach LSU on Thanksgiving night in front of a national crowd, and that's all we focus on right now.
Right here in the middle. How you doing? Along those same lines, are there any specific challenges as you get late in the season, coming off a tough loss, and there's a lot of uncertainty surrounding, what remains or what's going on with you? I mean, what do you do with your players to try to keep them in the same mindset that you have?
Block out the noise. Block out the noise. Really, we all woke up Sunday morning with that ache in our belly. I mean, everybody did, and I had to get myself off of the canvas. And then when I saw the coaching staff, we kind of rallied around each other and leaned on each other. Then when I saw the team, we kind of rallied around each other and leaned on each other. And everybody started feeling better. And then we started focusing on the task at hand, which is Texas A&M. I think that when we get out to practice, we go out in the practice field, get on the grass, we're going to feel a little bit better, and we focus on that. And that's what we got to remain focused on the whole week. This is a big task at hand. We could end up this new season 5-2. That's what we want to do. And then we said at the beginning, let the chips fall where they may. And it's getting close. We understand that, but we need to finish this job first.
Ed, straight in the back. You mentioned how quickly it's gone by since you took over. Looking back, what has this opportunity meant to you that Joe asked you to be the interim? And what's
Can you say that again?
You mentioned that it's gone by very fast. What has the opportunity to be the interim head coach meant to you?
It's been fantastic. What a ride. It's been great. I mean, the head coach at LSU, being from Louisiana, the way the people have reacted, the way the players reacted, we played very well in most games. It's been fun. It's been fun to be around our staff. It's been fun to see our players grow. It's just been an exciting challenge. I've grown as a head coach like I try to grow every day. It's been great.
You mentioned in the couple of losses now, communication issues have been one of the deficiencies there. Have you tried to tweak anything to correct those as they've gone along? In other words, were the communication errors in the Florida game different than Alabama or the first half against Southern Miss?
Yeah, no question. It wasn't substitution errors or nothing that. It was execution. It wasn't communication. This was about execution. The players were called right. The people knew what to do, but we might not have executed on the line of scrimmage. We might not have protected right. We might have ran the right play, the right route. It was all about execution.
Coach, with what you've been able to see from Texas A&M, just a couple weeks ago there in the college football playoff, what has been the biggest difference from them now to the team that you're seeing this week?
Yeah, I think the injury to the quarterback, he was a great player. And really, he made the offense go to spread offense. Noah Mazzoni knows exactly what he's doing in that offense. And when you have a dual threat quarterback, it makes this offense very dangerous.
Ed, you talked about playing on Thanksgiving, kind of a rarity for LSU. As a coach, as a player, as a guy that's been around football his life, to be out of your routine, I guess, and having to play on a day that might be different from the norm, is there something you're going to do, or do you think that just having that national spotlight to yourself will be enough?
Yeah, we're going to love it. We're going to embrace it. It's a great opportunity. We're going to travel on Wednesday. We're going to treat it as a Friday. Thursday's going to be a Saturday for us. We're going to have a great day. The guys will have a chance to enjoy their families on the weekend, but our focus is strictly going to be game day. I think that we'll bet to enjoy the holiday after we play the game.
Hey, Coach. When you had done so well at USC as the interim coach and posted a good record, when they initially asked you to do this, was there any thought of, man, I don't want to do this again, or did you just kind of say, I'm going to be okay with it no matter what happens here?
No, I'm going for it. I'm going for it. I always believe in accepting challenges to better yourself, to compete at the highest level. This is the highest level. There was never ever a doubt that I would not try to compete at the highest level, and it's been fantastic. And every day I woke up and just thank God for the opportunity.
Coach, what have you learned in this stretch as a head coach?
Say it again now.
What have you learned that you carry on as a coach of these last 7 games?
A lot. There's so much that goes into managing a team. There's so many things that go into managing a team, and after hindsight's 20/20. And after the game, you say, I should have did this. I should have covered this better. I could be better as a head coach if I'd have done this better. And you just keep on growing. You just keep on growing as a head coach. But I do believe that on this time, I was more confident of being a head coach, more confident in letting my coaches coach, which I have. I've given them free reins and identifying the things that maybe we have to fix in a better way than I would have as a younger coach. I think I'm closer to our team. The motivation is there. The skill development is there every day. I think we have a tremendous coaching staff, so it's been great. I mean, just to be in Tiger Stadium, to have my feet in the grass and being the head coach, what a great experience.
Coach, you mentioned Myles Garrett at the outset. What kind of a challenge does he present, and who does he remind you of, if anybody, that you've seen before?
Well, he reminds him and Arden a lot alike. And he may be a little bit bigger and stronger than Arden. And I recruited Myles out of high school, so I know him very well. You have to protect. He's going to come. He's going to come off the edge, and it's going to take 2 to block him, maybe 3. And he's that good. And anytime you think about drop back pass, you got to think about who's blocking Myles and how we're going to block him. He's a dominant player.
Ed, when you're missing a guy like Kendall, how does that impact your defense, and who's got to step up?
Donnie's got to step up. He's really going to have to do it. 24 is going to have to step up. Duke Riley stepped up. Duke did some things during the game. Let me say Duke Riley, I can't say enough about him. And there were some things in the game. He knew the play was going one way. He switched position with them and got himself in position to make plays. He has an unbelievable awareness about him. He's a great team leader. It meant a lot to him. Him and Kendall are like brothers. When Kendall went down, we step up for each other, but it's next man up.
Hey, Coach, you mentioned just a minute ago, hindsight is 20/20, but there are some folks that feel like Florida brought a different attitude to the game, saying that they were insulted. Are there any people in your building that maybe are rethinking the bravado that went on before the game?
Here's what I have to say. That stuff may or may not affected us, but there's no place for it. And as the head coach, I wish I could have tempered it more. I may have talked to my team about it and learned a lesson. When you get in a mindset that you're going to fight, it takes away from your execution. And I remember the Miami Notre Dame game. I remember the fight in the tunnel. We lost that game, and we may have won the fight, but we lost the game, and it's not worth it. And I've been in other games like that too. So that right there is something I learned as a coach, that the next time we come against a team that we may want to fight, I may be able to use that as an example.
In the back again, Coach, how close do you think the team is to competing for an SEC championship again?
Say it again?
How close do you think the team is to competing for an SEC championship again?
I can't answer that right now. I think that we have some very good players. I think that we have some positions that we need to get better at. And I think there's some development that needs to be done. But obviously, I think that LSU ought to be competing for the SEC championship every year with that type of school.
I've been surprised by the team's inability to score the ball and how much of this offense that you currently are running, given the limitations and the time and everything, mirror what you would like to run.
Yeah, well, it's something that we're never going to use as an excuse, number one. And there was, we played against a pretty good defense. They were on the 11 yards rushing. We had over 200. So we did some good things about them. They were number 3 or 4 in the nation. So I think it has a lot to do with them. But obviously we need to be better. This is the hand we was dealt with, and we did a pretty good job with it. Obviously, what the future holds, anybody knows.
Coach, Malachi Dupree might be one of those guys deciding whether or not he's going to go pro or come back. Just watching him, what's your take on him right now, where he is as a football player?
I'll just say this to you. All those guys, I'm sure, have thoughts or whatever, but I'm always recruiting, I promise you that.
There you have it from a little bit earlier this week. Now it's on to Texas A&M, a football team that won their first 6 games. They've only won 2 of the last 5, and that's against Texas, San Antonio, and New Mexico State.
Do you realize when the first college football playoff bracket came out, they were in the first 4? They were number 4.
Yeah.
And for the umpteenth year, they have swooned downward at the end of the season. I'm telling you.
You really think Sumlin's job?
Oh, I think he's.
If they lose, he's 8-4.
I think they've had enough. I'm just telling you. I'm telling you.
Hey, don't forget WUBR, CBS Sports Radio, Baton Rouge, 9:10 a.m. on the radio dial, of course on the smartphones, the internet, the tablets, the computers, desktop, laptop, mobile devices. You've got it, a great mixture of national and local programming, including Jordy Holberg in the mornings at 7 o'clock. Buddy Sanji from 1 to 3. I'm there 3 to 5. Sports Line with Dave Scandaliato.
I get to sleep late.
On Fridays, not this week because of Thanksgiving. We've got lots of good stuff on there. WUBR, 9:10 a.m. CBS Sports Radio. Do check it out.
Last week was the Sankey Bowl. Do you think Joe Levy and John Chavis are going to shake hands at midfield on this
Probably
one?
not.
Probably
I'm thinking not. I'm thinking not. That lawsuit.
What's the latest on that?
I don't know. Let's take a break. Come back with a whole lot more of Pelican Sports TV. Jordy Hultberg, Tommy Chrysan. Stay with us.
Spread the roar.
Hello. Hola. 你好.
Experience what the Baton Rouge International School can offer your children. Now welcoming displaced students for short and long-term stability.
We want you. Immediately after the LSU game, it's Pelican Sports post-game show with Tommy Chrysan and Buddy Sanji. We'll have reports from the stadium, statistics, and game analysis. Your phone calls and text messages are welcome. The Pelican Sports post-game show right after the LSU game on Pelican Sports TV and CBS Sports Radio.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
I owed the IRS $20,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house. The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal.
We saved our home and overcame the most powerful collection agency in the world.
We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who get the IRS off your back. Time is running out. Call Tax Solutions now.
Call 800-404-0966. 800-404-0966.
Friends, family, and community in surrounding parishes who have lost vehicles due to the flood. North American Auto Group is here to help. We have discounted over 400 pre-owned vehicles with no water damage. In addition, we have lenders offering disaster relief financing programs. We will also help you with your insurance and GAP claims. Shop online at NorthAmericanAutoGroup.com or visit us at one of our 4 locations in Baton Rouge and Gonzales. North American Auto Group. We make it easy.
Here at Rejuva-Me Medical, we strive to accomplish a more youthful you. We specialize in the most advanced techniques of testosterone replacement therapy in men, bioidentical hormone replacement in women, IV therapy, and nutritional support along with the state-of-the-art cosmetics procedures. Experience a network of trainers and health coaches offering diet and nutritional plans tailored to you. Call us today to schedule your free consultation to discuss your individual needs and goals. Look like you live younger.
Accord Eye Clinic Vision Source is located on Perkins Road in Baton Rouge, offering full-service optical and lab work. Dr. Shonda Accord and the professionally trained staff pride themselves on service, complete eye exams, help with contact lenses, and selection of frames featuring Silhouette, Gucci, Jimmy Choo, and all the top lines. State-of-the-art equipment including Optimap, which digitally photographs your retina. Call Accord Eye Clinic for an appointment, 225-767-3937. That's 225-767-3937. Visit the website, visionsource-br.com. All patients of all ages are welcome. Accord Eye Clinic, Vision Source.
Cypress Lake Apartments are conveniently located off Segan Lane in Baton Rouge. Come see this community, which has many amenities including swimming pools, fitness room, playground, and much more. Beautiful views of Cypress Lake. 1, 2, 3-bedroom apartments are available. Stop by and see Cypress Lake Apartments. Give them a call at 225-293-6789 or visit online, cypresslake-apartments.net.
We continue with Tigers Roar, WUBR, CBS Sports Radio, 9:10 a.m. on the radio dial. Home of Jim Rome from CBS Sports Radio. That's from 11 to 1, plus the Jim Rome Sports Minute at 4:58 each and every day. Carlos Brown on Saturdays, a couple of more weeks of Ken Trahan's original prep report. Louisiana Tech Bulldog football the day after Thanksgiving against Southern Miss.
They go bowling?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're leading their division in Conference USA. They got a shot to win the conference. Jordy Holtberg in the mornings, 7 to 8. Buddy Sanji from 1 to 3 with Buddy Sports Talk. Myself, 3 to 5. Sports Line with Dave Scandaliato on Fridays, but not Thanksgiving week. So check it out on the smartphones, on the internet. The post game is simulcast on that station. So we want you to check that out. WUBR, my phone's ringing. Huh? What you laughing at?
Oh, I know why.
Well, no, because I got to tell you to tell folks about your radio show in Lafayette as my phone's jumping. I mean, what a night.
I'm on 103.7 The Game, 103.7 FM from 2 to 4 each and every Monday through Friday on the home of LSU sports in Acadiana. So check us out. Tune us in.
You couldn't go longer than that?
No, I couldn't go. All
right. Speaking of Lafayette.
I don't want you answering that phone.
Director of Athletics Scott Farmer steps down at ULL. Press conference held on Tuesday of this week.
Tuesday at noon, yeah.
And they've named the interim AD, Dr. Jessica Leger.
Yeah.
Am I correct with the pronunciation on that? And they're going to begin a national search for a new director of athletics for the Raging Cajuns of ULL.
Yeah, he's going to be teaching kinesiology, and they're going in a different direction. So they thanked him for all of his work, and they're moving in another direction. It's such a big fundraising job. That's You got to raise money, and I don't know what the causes are. Maybe he got tired of having to raise money. Maybe there's some issues on the administration side. I have no earthly idea. Scott Farmer's a good guy, and maybe he just wants to go back and teach again.
I was in a couple of meetings with him years ago, and I'll say this. I've said this before, I'll say it again. Lafayette's got great sports fans.
Oh,
I mean, look
terrific.
the way they supported the hockey team.
Yeah.
Their indoor football team years ago. The way they support Raging Cajun Athletics for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I know everybody wishes there were more people at Cajun Field, but a lot of colleges have issues with that. But they have a passion for sports, and then, of course, in Lafayette, there's tons of LSU fans, there's tons of Saints fans, Houston Astro fans, the whole
It's a great
bit.
community.
It's a cool place with a big passion for sports over there. The prep programs over there are always solid, in that whole Lafayette area. So hopefully they get a director of athletics in there.
They're going to do a national search. They're not going to start until 2017, so they can get through the end of this year.
So the interim's going to be in there for a little while.
Interim's going to be there at least for a while.
You know her?
I do not.
Nor do I. Okay.
So
anyway, that's what's going on over there with the Raging Cajun Athletic Department. All right, LSU A&M. Let's talk about that a little bit. Thanksgiving night, it's great exposure.
Who wants to be there? I mean, that's the question. Which team really wants to be there? That's the team that's going to win.
Mindset. It's almost like a bowl game. Like, do you show up? Do you give it your all? 6:32 to kickoff time on ESPN. There is an NFL game on that night. This should be in between game 2 and 3 when the LSU A&M starts. I was a little surprised to see LSU as a 5-point favorite. I'm usually not good at that kind of stuff, but it kind of surprised me.
No quarterback.
I thought it'd be closer.
But Trevor
to that.
Knight may play now.
Oh, really? I didn't see that report.
He may play.
Okay.
He may play. He went to the Leonard Fournette School.
Well, will there be a skirmish before the game?
I hope not. No.
I think Coach Orgeron will stop all that. And
like they'll have coaches out there now, but there's no blood between. There's no trash talk going on between
with
these
Chavis
two teams.
and all.
Yeah, but that's coaches.
It's not the players.
This isn't
Well, there's a lot of
Darius guy
Louisiana
saying
guys,
something and the other guy saying no.
I liked when Orgeron said what you heard earlier when he said there's no place for all that trash talking. There's really not. What the old saying, as your coach told you, let what you do out there, in their case the field, your case the court, let that be your talking or your popping off or whatever.
There was nothing better than guys talking to you, chirping to you, and you just point to the scoreboard.
Look at that scoreboard.
Oh, we're up 20. Okay, keep talking.
Yeah.
Talk all you want.
That's what cracks me up when you watch these football games and some guy makes a nice defensive play, knocks the ball down, really good effort, and he jumps up, starts banging his chest. And, oh, by the way, they're down 35-7, okay?
Right.
And I'm thinking,
hey, all eyes on me, man.
Wait a minute, dude. Come on now.
But that Florida game, that was all set up. There was a lot of talk going back and forth. This is nothing to it. And but both teams have nothing to brag about. When you think of LSU, let's go chronologically. Les Miles, we all knew he was going to get fired. He gets saved. He gets a lifeline. He hires Dave Aranda. He's got Beckwith and Tre'Davious White and all these guys coming back for one more season. He's got 18, 19 seniors. This is the year. They're 6-4. It's a major, major disappointment. It really is. And so, ever since that no-show in the national championship game, maybe the greatest LSU football team of all time that laid an egg in that game, it's steadily gone downhill. It's just a fact. So we've got to get somebody that can get it going in the right direction again.
While we're bouncing a lot of things around, everything that happened with the LSU-Florida game this year, from the postponement on October 8th, going forward, the chirping, the skirmish, Florida clinching the East in Tiger Stadium, doesn't that throw a little gas into that thing going forward, especially with LSU having to go in Gainesville both of the next 2 years due to the whole schedule thing? But, LSU, who does not have a true rival, and that rival's kind of moved around. It was Auburn for a little while when Bama was bad. It used to be Ole Miss. And, maybe now Florida, although Florida will always – they play Florida State this week.
Somebody asked me who are LSU's 3 biggest rivals, and I had to you got to do 4 because it's Alabama, it's Ole Miss, and it's Auburn/Florida.
I agree with that completely.
Auburn/Florida.
Yeah, and again, for it to be a rivalry in my book, both teams have to acknowledge it as a rivalry. Yeah. Well, Auburn and Alabama will never acknowledge that LSU is their rival because they're going after each other. Ole Miss will always say Mississippi State.
The only problem is Florida's got so many rivals.
Yeah,
You know,
they got the Florida Georgia thing.
Yeah.
They got
they got Tennessee.
They got
Florida State to end the season.
Miami when they do play them. So
they got a bunch.
LSU's up there, but it's not going to be at the very top of that list.
That's right.
All right, you say the A&M game. It's all about who shows up, the mental
wants
mindset.
to be there? Who wants to be
there? Who wants to play for 60 minutes? Who wants to execute, not commit penalties? Although this one kind of got skipped over in the LSU-Florida game. LSU had 2 penalties, Florida 1. I should say assessed penalties.
Let them
It
play.
could have been something to decline.
Let them play.
Who doesn't make the penalties, who doesn't make the turnovers, who gets points in the red zone. That's what's going to decide LSU and A&M.
LSU gave, I don't care what Florida says, LSU did everything they could to give the game away, and they did. It's a classic example of you let somebody who doesn't have as much talent as you let them hang around long enough. They start to think, they start to believe. You turn the ball over numerous times. You get in the red zone 4 times inside the 5-yard line, come away with 3 points. You don't deserve to win. And that's what happened.
It was sloppy. Yeah.
Oh, it was sloppy.
Yeah.
I'm not faulting energy or anything like that, but it was just a lack of focus with so much on the line.
Well, kind of like the coach search thing. Now the next other part of this is going to be what bowl game, and Shreveport for the Independence Bowl or Jacksonville, and how are they going to sell tickets for that?
They can't.
And the SEC slots them now after them first couple.
Send them to the Independence Bowl. It's a close drive.
Might sell some tickets to that.
Might sell some tickets to that.
Not selling any tickets in Jacksonville?
Outback? Are you kidding me?
Not going to Jacksonville?
You?
No. Oh, I got to do a post-game show. You going?
No.
You made enough trips.
I've made enough. I'm not, no.
Well, I mean, they are bowl eligible, and there's not going to be enough bowl eligible teams with a
Vanderbilt's going to go to a bowl with 5 wins because their APR is so high. They're going to go to a bowl
being in the SEC.
Yeah.
And the APR. There's a couple other 5 and 7 teams that are going to get into. You need 80 bowl teams, and they don't have that many with 6 wins.
Ridiculous. Don't get me started on that, please.
But how do you go backwards? How do you cut back?
Oh, you can't.
Can't do it.
Can't do it.
LSU basketball, man. What's 3-0? That's you play 3 games. All you can do is win 3 of them, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think of them? Your early call.
I think they're going to be. I think they're a fun team to watch. I think they need. They're still. They're still under. Craig Victor hadn't played a game yet. The freshman or the junior college point guard hadn't played a game yet. But they got some good talent. They've got some talented players. The question is now, are they going to be seasoned enough and ready to go? We'll know something with this Battle of Atlantis, and as we're taping this, we don't know the results right here, right now. But Michigan State's in that tournament. Wichita State's in that tournament. Louisville's in that tournament. So there's some good teams. I got to see them against quality competition, then we'll see what they can do.
We'll take a break. We'll come back with more of Tigers Roar here on Pelican Sports TV. Baton Rouge, Lafayette, New Orleans on the internet at PelicanSportsTV.com. Check out our YouTube page.
Happy Thanksgiving.
YouTube.com/Pelican Broadcasting. Happy Thanksgiving. I'll echo that. We'll be right back.
Often.
Surfing through the channels with his little remote, wolfing down Cheetos. I hope he don't choke between Monday night football, Friday night fights. I'm lucky if I get to see a show that I like. He never hears the phone or the doorbell ring. I don't try to understand him. It's a male guy.
Since 1986, the family dental practice of Dr. Farrell Frugier, with state-of-the-art building and technology, and our highly trained staff have been dedicated to providing care and treatment to our patients of all ages. The experience and advanced training in cosmetic and restorative dentistry, TMJ, and treatment of snoring and sleep apnea allows Dr. Frugier to assist you in achieving the best in dental health. Call us today at 225-292-9700 to schedule your initial evaluation because we know how to make you smile.
Hello, my name is Debbie. Welcome to Debbie's Bridal, a Formal Affair.
My name is Raven. I work at Debbie's Bridal, and she makes your dreams come true.
Acord Eye Clinic Vision Source is located on Perkins Road in Baton Rouge, offering full-service optical and lab work.
Dr. Shonda Acord and the professionally trained staff pride themselves on service, complete eye exams, help with contact lenses, and selection of frames featuring Silhouette, Gucci, Jimmy Choo, and all the top lines. State-of-the-art equipment including OptiMap, which digitally photographs your retina. Call Acord Eye Clinic for an appointment, 225-767-3937. That's 225-767-3937. Visit the website, visionsource-br.com. All patients of all ages are welcome. Acord Eye Clinic, Vision Source. We continue with Tigers Roar. Jordy Holberg, Tommy Krysan with you. I want to tell you about Robert Roth Jewelers. Hey, it's that time of year, right? Robert Roth Jewelers, 7513 Jefferson Highway. Been in business for 25 years. Fine jewelry, custom design, hand engraving, jewelry repair. They specialize in engagement rings. Give them a call at 927-9444 or go to robertrothjewelers.com. They're also on Facebook. Again, Robert's been in business for 25 years. Great guy, loves sports, and it does just a super job, he and his staff at Robert Roth Jewelers. Right across from Goodwood Hardware near Town Center, Robert Roth Jewelers.
Robert's very, very creative in in taking your thoughts and putting them into reality. His custom work is second to none.
RobertRothJewelers.com, lots of information there. It's the holiday time. They got something, no matter what your budget may be, they've got something for you. And again, they do jewelry repair, specialize in engagement rings. Whether you're thinking about that this holiday season or at any other time, RobertRothJewelers.com. I'm not getting engaged.
Oh, that wasn't me.
Are you getting engaged?
No, that's a bunch of people.
Is Marty
saying.
getting engaged?
I have no idea. I just heard.
Greg and Alan are married in the truck.
There's that grapevine around, you know. I don't know. I have no say. If you are, congratulations.
I'm not. Okay.
I don't know anything about any of that.
Let's get to some LSU football players. How
Please.
about that? We got some player interviews. Ethan Posick, all kind of people out here. We want to let you hear what they had to say after the Florida game. Here now, a bunch of the LSU football players' comments for you.
Didn't execute the play right. I think it was a great play call. We just, I can't really give details on the play. But what I do know was it was a good call. Just wasn't running right.
I guess what is it like to know that you were that close to a victory? That after everything that happened, that 1 yard is what separates these two teams.
Yeah, that's how it looks. But like I said, the game is outside looking in. It comes down to that, but at the end of the day, we got to score more in the red zone. We got to score touchdowns as an offense. So we're not in that situation. So that's how I look at it. I don't look at it as a 4th and 1 game loss. I look at it as we got to score when we're in the red zone.
What were they doing down there that was tough when you got down in the 10?
They just filled it up.
Last play of the game, you're the lead blocker. You just kind of dive in there. When did you realize what happened and how that unfolded, and when you found out about what the miscommunication was?
Yeah, for me, I was kind of a decoy, and so I really just, like you said, dove in there and looked up, and all the Florida fans were going nuts, and so that's kind of what I know.
Coach said Darius went the wrong way on the last play. That affects you, obviously, right? You're blocking in one part, expecting him to be somewhere, and he's somewhere else?
Yeah, and it doesn't, we can't put the results of the game on one play. That wouldn't be fair to anybody on this team, and so really, yeah, he was supposed to go the other way, but at the end of the day, it comes down to everybody on this team.
How about just missed opportunities over and over again throughout the game? Frustration building up, or I guess when you got one play to win it, you still had a chance at the end.
Yeah, despite errors throughout the game, we did put ourselves in position to come away with the victory and just.
Be from both teams. Going back and forth with each other, so I don't know what specifically happened.
Did Leonard come in afterwards and say, "Coach, I want to play," because of what happened out there?
I don't know about that situation. We just seen him strap up. We didn't know so.
How frustrating is it defensively of one touchdown, but you're still not able to come away with this victory?
Very frustrating. But we can blame it on all parts of the special teams, offense and defense. We wasn't wrapping up tackling Scarlett, and he's a pretty good back. He might be top 5 backs, the best backs in the country.
Did you feel a difference defensively when Kendall left the game at all?
Yeah. I mean, it's Kendall. We didn't have the big hits like we normally have. Just the big hits and the energy he brings from not talking, just playing football.
Do you feel like they maybe tried to run it up the middle a little bit more, knowing that he wasn't there?
Maybe. I don't know. We just missing tackles. That's pretty much what it was. I mean, we had bodies in front of the running back, but we just missing tackles.
Definitely frustrating. Had multiple opportunities to put it in. Just definitely a heartbreaker. I mean, on the one, had multiple shots. Just got to be able to execute that.
Take us through that last play and what you were doing and what you felt behind you going on.
Offensive line, squeeze play, get up tight, come off the ball. Not sure what the backfield was doing. We'll see it on film.
Coach said Darius might have went the wrong way.
I haven't seen the play. I just know I fired off the ball, cut the inside linebacker, and when I looked up, the game was over.
When you get inside the 5 or 10 so many times, you don't come away with points. What were they doing down there? Was it more them or mistakes by y'all?
Definitely a lot of mistakes by us. One block missed, and it ruins the whole play. And it's just being on offense. You could have 1 minus and it can ruin the whole play, but you can be on defense and have all minuses and 1 plus. And
our job is, underclassmen, support them and do our job and send them off in the right way.
You mentioned Kendall a minute ago. Is he the guy that is hardest to replace when he comes out of the lineup on y'all's defense?
I mean, Kendall, he's so versatile. He's really like a D tackle at linebacker. He's so big. So, just having him in space. Donnie did a great job tonight. Today he did his job, and as at a defense, we got to come together as a whole. It's not just one person. Donnie did a good job today. We just got to look at the film and capitalize on, fix some mistakes and just capitalize on the opportunities.
Do you think they ran it up a little bit more, knowing that maybe up the middle, knowing that Kendall wasn't there?
I'm pretty sure. Coach Aranda, he had us in good position. We just got to make the plays.
I was saying these are 2 of the better running backs y'all faced this season. I mean, how would you assess those 2 guys?
John Scarlett, went against him in high school. We watched him being a South Florida guy. He's always been a good back, always been a hard runner, but we have 2 of the best backs in the country with Fournette and Geis. So, there's nothing we've never seen before. So, we just got to be a better tackling.
Just fighting hard, but it's not all about just fighting hard. Sometimes you got to execute. If we wasn't, at times we would, but we'd get the ball down close to the end zone and we wouldn't capitalize, and you can't do that. And that's something that we have to work on, I feel like if we capitalize on those times we got the ball down into the red zone, it wouldn't have been close, but we didn't, so we came out on the wrong end of it.
What were they doing down there that made it difficult inside the 10 or so?
Honestly, I'm out there on the edge, so I can't really tell you, but I really don't know. I don't know, honestly.
Talk about the converting the 4th down.
At the time, I knew it was a do or die moment, but it wasn't on my mind. Coach Craig always tells us when we in a pressure situation, revert back to our fundamentals. And I was told after that it was 4th down, but honestly, I was just playing football. Coach Minsminger called a great play. Deshaun did his job on the route. I was able to get open. Then he threw a great ball, and I was able to catch it.
Did you know you were was it part of the game plan to kind of get you so many reverses, or was it just kind of something that worked early and you guys thought
you can get it? Yeah, we practiced everything multiple times. You know, it was his idea to get the ball in my hands, whatever ways we can, and he held up on that, and I tried to make the most of it when I got it.
Do you feel like there were times where maybe they could have gone to you a little bit more in those matchups? Because every time, you know, there weren't a lot of big plays offensively. There was consistency where there were big plays, you were there.
I trust the coaching, so yeah, if he sees something, I'm with it. I'll go out there and I'm a block. So when the ball do come my way, it's time to make a play. If it's up to someone else, it's time for me to go help them make a play. So I never really thought about. I mean, I give a suggestion, and usually it'll come back and we'll look at it. So, but it's never a time where I feel like I just needed the ball.
What are your thoughts on you know, you're at the goal line there to win it and doesn't go your way?
Well, we just kind of came up on the shot end of the stick, but we can't do nothing. But from this loss, is just learn from it and just try to bounce back next week.
There was a pregame skirmish and a lot of emotions. Was there too much emotions, maybe kind of taking your mind off, you know, assignments and what you have to do?
No, I wouldn't really say that took our mind off the assignment. That just made us more fired up for the game.
Donnie, y'all were a big favorite in this game. Did you take Florida lightly, you think?
Nah, we wouldn't take nobody lightly. It's just, like I said, we just came up on the short end of the stick, but we'll bounce back from it.
How big of a loss was that for Kendall to go out, and then how do you think you guys played after that?
I feel we played the same way, but we all know that Kendall's a big factor on our defense. And when he went out, he just told me to go out there and do what I know to do best and follow from his lead.
Do you think
he taught me?
Do you think they kind of took the run game to you guys a little bit more, knowing that Kendall wasn't in there? Do you think they tried to, maybe make that more of an emphasis for them?
They probably did, but we still just stuck to our game plan and did the things that we were supposed to do.
What were they doing, the backs, that they were able to slip so many tackles late in the game?
Say it again?
Their running backs, what were they doing to slip so many and break so many tackles there at the end?
I wouldn't say they were doing nothing really special. It was just, we just had a few missed keys and stuff like that. So
The number of missed tackles, what do you think was leading to that? Just fatigue, being out on the field so long? Or?
Like I said, we just had a few missed keys. But we'll come out next week and just learn from the mistakes that we had in this game and just execute well.
That was Donnie Alexander. Is there any doubt who the MVP of the LSU defense is?
Kendall Beckwith.
Yeah, there is no doubt.
Did they miss him?
There is no doubt.
As you should know by now, he will not play against A&M. Is he having surgery, do you know?
I don't know if he's having surgery or not. Hopefully not, but because that could affect his pro day and all that stuff down the road. But Donnie Alexander will play a prominent role. But at least A&M is more of a spread out kind of a team rather than a run right down
can use his speed a little bit.
He can use his speed.
No, there's no question. I said that in the post-game show. Many people said it. Not having Beckwith out there.
Difference in the game.
That's a some of them 4 and 5 yard would have been 4 and 5 yard runs instead of 8, 10, 12.
Just tells me that Devin White's not ready to. That was a great opportunity for him to get in there and play more, but apparently he's not ready for the schematic part of the game.
Coach Orgeron said Duke Riley, he's so smart. He saw when they got in formation, he knew the play was coming, so he switched with either Alexander or White, knowing that would help the defense.
He's going to be a pro player.
Oh, there's no question.
And he was. No one ever thought of him as being a pro.
Because he has worked hard. Yep. Less than all you young athletes, boys and girls out there.
Waited his time.
Work hard. Good chance it pays off. Mm-hmm. We'll have more of Tigers Roar here on Pelican Sports TV right after this pause. Stay with us.
You. Immediately after the LSU game, it's Pelican Sports post-game show with Tommy Chrysan and Buddy Sanji. We'll have reports from the stadium, statistics, and game analysis. Your phone calls and text messages are welcome. The Pelican Sports post-game show right after the LSU game on Pelican Sports TV and CBS Sports Radio.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope.
and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help. And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse. Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Are you losing hope? You can recover and get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares.
Call 800-383-8177. 800-383-8177.
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling.
My name is Dr. Nicole Rogers, and I'm here in Old Metairie, Louisiana at Hair Restoration of the South, where your hair is our care. And I'd like to invite you to come and visit and discuss various options for treatment of thinning hair. These can include both medical and surgical options. You don't have to go straight to surgery. In the meantime, feel free to check out our website, hairrestorationofthesouth.com, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Cypress Lake Apartments are conveniently located off Segan Lane in Baton Rouge. Come see this community, which has many amenities including swimming pools, fitness room, playground, and much more. Beautiful views of Cypress Lake. 1, 2, 3-bedroom apartments are available. Stop by and see Cypress Lake Apartments. Give them a call at 225-293-6789 or visit online, cypresslake-apartments.net.
We continue with Tigers Roar. I would tell you what Jordy Holberg just told me before we came back. But
Steve Spurrier's coming back to coach. Steve Spurrier.
He might be interested.
Throw that visor. You think they'd sell a few visors?
They'd sell a lot of visors. Well,
That's what sources say.
Sources. Yeah, my uncle who lives down the street from the guy who worked at the plant who used to be married. Okay.
Yeah.
But let's tell them about Mike Tremonti's place, Tremonti's Meat and Seafood over there on Jefferson Highway. I'm telling you, they pretty much got the hay in the barn for Thanksgiving. They do.
They do.
Christmas is around the corner. Gift cards, gift baskets, deer processing, and tell them about all the great things at Tremonti's.
Oh, they've got their Chairman's Reserve beef, second to none. They have seafood, second to none. Wines, spirits. They've got everything you need. It's amazing all the stuff they have inside that store. They're going to prepare 700 turkeys for this Thanksgiving. Remarkable. And you can get them, well, it's too late. If you haven't gotten it, it's too late.
Christmas.
But Christmas is around the corner. And boy, do they sell some rib, prime rib come Christmas time. With the horseradish sauce, oh my God, it is just to die for. They're famous for their hamburgers. They're famous for their sausages. Everything tastes great there. It just does. Think about the days after Thanksgiving. They'll be closed. They'll be open Thanksgiving morning for you to pick up your turkey, 7 a.m. to about 9:30 a.m. They'll be open if you want to pick up some side dishes. If you want to do that, they'll have those for you as well. And then they'll be closed Friday. So what are you going to do on Friday? What are you going to do on Saturday with all those people that are at your house, all the ball games? Go to their frozen section, get some of that crawfish fettuccine, get that lasagna, get those stuffed bell peppers. Oh, my God. The meat pies, they've got everything. It's just so good. So good.
They got the sprinkle Sprites. They got high-end whiskeys and vodkas, and they can get stuff for you, and scotches and
Frank
all that
Sinatra,
good stuff. Jack
Daniels.
Sinatra Select.
How about that?
That's a Christmas present to Tommy from Tommy.
There
How
you
about
go.
That, huh?
There you go.
That stuff is incredible.
I don't know. With Robert Roth, you may be getting some gifts. You never know.
You're a
As
funny
you
guy.
give, so shall you receive.
Let's just say that you know Robert Roth as do I. So,
Yes.
you know, I mean, there we go. It's good stuff. He's got good. I've
Oh,
watched stuff from
as I
Robert
say,
over the
as
years.
you giveth, so shall you receive. That's all I'm
All
saying.
right, speaking of giving and receiving,
Yes. I'm not giving you anything.
the New Orleans Saints giving away football games.
And yet they're still, I mean, they're 2 games out.
4-6.
They got
4-4
the Rams.
a short time ago. Then the Broncos.
They got the Rams, the lowly Rams, who can't score any points.
Saints are 7-point favorites in
With
the Dome
with
this
a
coming
quarterback
Sunday.
that can't, I mean.
They started a new quarterback. They went to golf finally.
I know, he can't play. If he could have played, they'd have played
Fisher
him in
had
day
him in
one.
a long time ago.
That's the owner. The owner's saying, dude.
Okay, but again, Saints
Dude.
were 4-4 a short
Play
time
my
ago.
quarterback.
Now they're 4-6.
Yeah, well, they played 2 pretty good teams.
Yeah, but still, I mean, I don't know, man. That's just
Denver and Carolina at Carolina. Yeah, that's 2 pretty good teams.
All right, well,
Just saying.
We'll see.
Just saying.
All right, but we got some.
They beat the Rams, and if Atlanta loses, they're 1 game out of first.
Wild NFL.
And they play the Saints. They play Atlanta last game of the year. I'm not giving up on the Saints, baby.
You're not?
They hired.
Black
they
and
hired
gold,
another
they hired a new coach
to
special
kick
assistant.
special teams.
They got like 30 coaches on
Hey,
the
whatever it
staff.
takes, baby.
30 coaches.
What's
on the
Spencer going to do? Take it with him?
Hey, we got a little
That's
video
terrible.
of
I'm
Drew
sorry.
Brees trying to get the team fired up, and then some comments after the most recent game. Here's a little black and gold New Orleans Saints for you.
We got something to prove tonight. We need to go get our respect. There's people that don't know about it yet. We know. We know what we're capable of. We know what we're about. We know what we can do. But they don't. And there's some people watching tonight that don't. So let's go prove it tonight, guys. It's a statement game, man. So let's go make a statement. Because this is the law of the Saints. You can see it in my eyes. And the Saints who believe it will win. The enemy who denies it will die. The Saints will always fight to the end and have each other's back. But the strength of the pack is the same. The strength of the Saints is the pack. Win on 3, 1, 2, 3, win.
Well, listen, when we make mistakes, they're costly. Yeah, you know, I mean, we shouldn't expect to turn the ball over, be -2 in the turnover, and get a kick block at the end of the half that results in 7 points for them. It's a 10-point swing. So there's a 10-point swing there, and then there's 10 more points in turnovers. 20 points were at stake. 20 points. You're not going to win any games. I don't care who you are, with a 20-point swing. So those are the things that need to get fixed. And if those things can get fixed, we'll win a lot of football games.
You got to credit Carolina. Listen, I thought early on both teams were a little sluggish. Defensively, both teams played a little better, and yet there's some things that you got to be able to do though at our level, and you know we've got to be able to address and fix some of those things. Hey, man, I thought it was encouraging. The whole first half was spent on their side of the field, you know, our side of the field, and that's what happens when you have the turnovers or when you have a kick block like that. We felt at halftime, you know, if we could eliminate some of the mistakes, some of the things that were keeping us from moving the football, that, you know, we put ourselves in a position to possibly be there, and you know, we came up short. Yeah, no, we've got to be able to do some, fundamentally, we've got to be able to kick an extra point, Mike. We've got to be able to, you know, if we come up short, we've got to be able to, you know, kick a field goal that's a makeable one. But we've just struggled in that area. It cost us at New York. It cost us last week at Denver. And it cost us again tonight. And look, we've got to be smart enough in the game early to understand that the turnovers aren't good. And punting's not a bad thing. When you're playing a good defense like this, you put yourself on a short field and it's going to result in points. So those are things that we already know we're playing with a close margin of error, you know, or else you win 50 of these and you lose 50, you know. And so I think that we've got to be a little smarter, and certainly as a head coach, I got to do a better job with that.
First, it was the defense that couldn't stop anybody. Defense has gotten better. Now it's
Correct.
special teams that keep shooting themselves in their own foot. If they could ever get off, I mean, they're close, but God, the turnovers and the field goal attempts, it's just
tough to win an NFL game.
Inexcusable.
Tough to win any NFL game.
Yeah.
We know that. And, you know, the worst team in the NFL is still pretty good. And if you give them reason to believe.
Except the Browns.
How about this one?
0-16, baby. It's staring them right down the barrel.
That some fans/residents of Cleveland petitioned City Hall for a parade permit. They want to do a parade to celebrate the perfect 0-16.
0-16. Why not?
How about this
City
one
of
for
Champions.
You? The last time the Browns won a football game, guess who the starting quarterback was?
Bernie Kosar.
Johnny Manziel.
Johnny Manziel.
Oh, Johnny, where have you gone?
I said that tongue-in-cheek. It's been so long.
So Saints noon in the Dome Sunday against the Los Angeles Rams back in L.A. We've seen that thing move around in our lifetime back in the old days of the NFC West.
You like those Saints unis, the all-white?
Love the all-white.
That was beautiful.
They should put that in the permanent rotation. I thought it looked sharp, classy. I'd make one change.
I like the gold shoes. I know you don't.
Well, get everybody on the gold shoes.
I love the gold.
I want everybody to wear the same shoe.
Those gold cleats.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't like
one
guy's got gold cleats, one's got black, one's got white.
Welcome to the real world.
Put them all in
welcome
the same
to today's
color.
world. It's all about shoe contracts, but those gold ones were fine.
With the gold help, but that looked
that
sharp
was
and
fine.
classy. All right, time to talk a little basketball. Jordy's sport of choice, although well-versed in all sports.
Love them all.
The hardwood. Let's start with Johnny Jones's team. You play 3 games, all you can do is win 3 of them. Beat North Florida last Friday night, 78-70. Blakeney with some points. Duop Reith with a nice stat line. Brandon Sampson, that guy keeps coming. That could be good. Johnny Jones will take his 3-0 Tigers down to Paradise Island in the Bahamas for the battle for Atlantis. Going to play Wichita State. Louisville or Old Dominion, another opponent. Big test. We'll find out a lot about this team.
Yeah, it's good to have those kind of games. It'll test your mettle. I tell you, a guy that you didn't mention that I really think is going to be a good player for them is their point guard, Skylar Mays. He's a tall, about 6'4".
Is that the kid from U-High?
Yeah. Great handle, very cerebral player. He reminds me in very small ways of the way Ethan Martin used to play. Just never rushed. Never rushed, always under control. Now, he can't play like yet, but he's a good point guard. He's going to be good for him.
For my money, Ethan Martin's one of the best point guards I ever saw.
Oh.
You talk about run the floor.
I got to play with him. Got to play with him every day. He was terrific.
Quite the guy.
Terrific.
Quite the person.
Lull you to
really
sleep.
Good guy.
Love me some Huck.
There you go. Women's basketball, Nikki Fargas' team is off to a good start. We'll take a look at the graphic on the stats there. 3-1 as they picked up a couple of wins and then got whacked a little bit by UConn. Moncrief and Hyder had good days for Nikki Fargas' Lady Tigers. Coming up games against UTEP, Kansas State, and NC State. Off to the 3-1 start.
They're in the Virgin Islands themselves.
Right, they're going down to the Virgin Islands, Bahamas, all in the same notebook, the same area.
Now, gig.
Like him or not, Gino Auriemma is the king of women's basketball. What he's done with the UConn program parallels what Wooden did, what Pat Summitt did, however you want to describe it. He had some pointed comments about the LSU program. He coached the Olympic team or the USA team that Simone Augustus was on. We got a quick clip for you. We're going to play this for you and come back and talk about it. The head coach of the UConn women's basketball team, Gino Auriemma.
The best.
To where it is today, it's not even the same program. You can't even put it in the same category from back then. I don't know all the reasons why, but when that happens, it takes a while to get it back, and it's going to take a lot of good players. And I don't know any other way to do it. I mean, that's the way every team gets good. They get good players. And right now, they don't have enough of them.
Jordy.
It's true.
You don't get that from a coach a lot of times in any sport at any level. Is he taking a shot at Nikki Fargas? Is he taking a shot at Van Chancellor, who was here before Fargas? Is he taking a shot at just the basketball program, the athletic department? I mean, you don't see that. I mean,
he's not taking a shot.
Boom.
He was asked a question. Because back in 2007,
LSU kept them from the Final Four.
Yeah, LSU beat them,
right?
And they had some really back when LSU was going to Final Fours like it was yesterday.
4 in a row,
right? He was responding to a question, and he told it like it is. They just don't have the talent that team did. And if you have two eyes and a heartbeat, you can see that there is not the same level of talent, and it takes a while. Once you fall off the face of the earth, like LSU women's basketball did. It's hard to get top players to come there because there's so many other really high-quality teams out there that they want to go play for to compete for championships. So it's going to take a lot of work, a lot of work. I mean, Simone, Sylvia Fowles, and on and on and on and on and on. So I don't think he's taking a shot at anyone particular.
Okay.
I think he's just stating a fact, an obvious fact.
Also, as we run through the LSU athletic department, baseball, Nolan Cain, Micah Gibbs get a few bumps up the notch on the ladder with the departure of Andy Cannizaro. Coach Maneri keeps it in-house. Tough time of the year to maybe look.
Time, yeah, as I was going to say, tough time to get a top quality. I mean, I'm not knocking these guys, but they haven't cut their teeth yet.
Right.
Is it because of the timing of everything?
I think that has a lot to do with it. And maybe Coach Maneri couldn't get he was looking for a certain thing or certain qualities in a person, couldn't get it. Knows what he has with Nolan Cain and Micah Gibbs. Coached them both, knows them both. They've been involved with the program.
So those two are going to they're going to split the jobs that Andy Cannizaro did solely by himself. Recruiting coordinator, hitting coach.
Yeah, they're going to kick it
split it up.
Yeah, and then, we'll take it from
Gibbs
there.
the hitting coach and Cain the recruiting coordinator.
Yeah, and I've been around Micah a lot. We've done a lot of clinics together. He's very good at instructing, so I think it'll be a good thing.
And I think it's easy to recruit for LSU.
I've worked with Nolan a bunch, too, so that's a good deal.
His wife is great.
We're going to take a break. We're going to come back. Ronnie Rance, Sports Shorts Radio, Sports Shorts TV, the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame Foundation. We'll talk some Tiger football and whatnot with the Jumbo Guy, Jordy Hultberg, Tommy Chrysan, Pelican Sports TV, Tigers Roar. Stay with us.
Gino, getting after it.
Plus Benefits has an important message for all uninsured Americans. It's official. Health reform has now become law. Now, uninsured Americans can finally get the health coverage they need with significant prescription benefits. Have you been uninsured, denied coverage, or struggling to pay your health insurance? Well, not anymore. Now there's affordable options with real benefits for people just like you. We know health insurance cost and being denied coverage due to pre-existing conditions has created serious hardships for many Americans. But that's a thing of the past. If you're uninsured, struggling to afford, or have been denied health insurance, pick up the phone and call now. The call is free, and every caller will receive a free discount prescription savings card. Call Plus Benefits Health Insurance Helpline today and get the health insurance and prescription coverage you need. One call can change your life for the better.
Please call 800-351-1511. That is 800-351-1511.
Hello, my name is Debbie. Welcome to Debbie's Bridal, a Formal Affair.
I work at Debbie's Bridal and she makes your dreams come true.
We continue with Tigers Roar here on Pelican Sports TV. Don't forget, the original airing of this program each week is on a Wednesday. Something happens like the LSU game or whatever with the coaching carousel. We may not have it due to the timing of everything. Please keep that in mind. Also keep in mind, Robert Roth Jewelers, 7513 Jefferson Highway, right across from Goodwood Hardware, same parking lot next to Town Center. Fine jewelry.
Baskin and Robbins, too.
Custom design. They do hand engraving, jewelry repair. They specialize in engagement rings. You can find them online, robertrothjewelers.com. They've also got the Facebook page, 927-9444. 927-9444, something for every budget. Celebrating 25 years in business.
Same
Robert
staff
Roth
for
Jewelers.
Same
Oh.
staff for 25
I love
years.
going in there. Everybody's so nice, and they got so much stuff in there.
Beautiful designs.
No matter what
Beautiful.
Robert is so creative.
Yes, he is.
No matter what your budget may be, they've got something for you. I can assure you. And that, in fact, my daughter's on the way in there. My son-in-law's in trouble. So anyway, he's in trouble because he's got to pay for whatever she wants, I guess. But Robert Roth Jewelers, Robert and his staff would be happy to work with you and keep things going for you. RobertRothJewelers.com. All right, Jordy, let's talk about some other games around the state coming up, some key games. We can't hit them all. Big game between Southeastern and Nichols last week. Southeastern won 44-42 down in Thibodeau. I watched a lot of that game.
You know what the big game is? The Bayou Classic.
The Bayou Classic in the Superdome.
That's going to be a good one.
How about this? 4 o'clock kickoff Saturday. You got Grambling, who's 8-0 in the SWAC, Southern, who's 8-0 in the SWAC. Southern's got Leonard Tillery, the greatest running back in SWAC history.
Better than
Walter
Sweetness.
Payton. Yeah. They got Willie Quinn, the greatest receiver in Southern history. Their quarterback, Austin Howard, after next year is going to be one of, if he continues to throw numbers on the board, one of the best quarterbacks in Southern history. Dawson Odoms, they're 8-0 in SWAC
Tremendous
play.
job.
He's done a great
Must
job.
be the new field.
And they got the Battle of the Bands in the Dome. I mean, get Jaguar fans, you should be mad at yourselves for not being at A.W. Mumford Stadium. Only 10,000 in the final home game in the regular season. Get to the Dome. There'll be a big crowd. The Battle of the Bands, 4 o'clock kickoff. What a weekend in New Orleans. The Bayou Classic.
You know what I feel for?
Who?
Those people at the Superdome. They got to change from the Bayou Classic to the Saints game the next day at 12 noon. That's a lot of hard
They've
work.
been working through tonight. They've done it before, so be a part of that Bayou
It's a great game.
Classic.
Congratulations,
Grambling.
Dawson Odoms. That's
what a job.
Tremendous job. And Grambling, too, boy. That's terrific.
Let's take a look at some of the other games coming up around the state. Key games of interest. I'm waiting here. We see which one we got next coming up. Jordy, this has been one of them days for me, man.
Everybody's in the holiday
Arkansas
spirit.
State, where John Brady coached basketball at ULL.
Disappointing
Cajun
season.
Field. Yeah, got a little activity there. Hopefully the Raging Cajuns under Mark Hudspeth can get that win. Sun Belt Conference game. Moving on through the schedule, the Tulane Green Wave. Take it on up to Storrs, Connecticut.
Good luck.
To
Cold.
take on UConn.
Cold.
3 o'clock Saturday. The Angry Green Wave. I like that logo. I'm glad they brought that back. That's good. Maybe that'll spark some interest in Tulane. Also, as we roll on here, of course, the Tigers and the Aggies. You've been to Kyle Field. It's been renovated since you've been there. But that's when you're on that campus, you just can smell the money, right?
Yeah. Their endowment is $9 billion. $9 billion with a B. That's like up there with Harvard.
Where's LSU at?
Way below that.
Well, I know it's way below that.
I mean,
we'll look that up maybe.
Way below.
But anyway, it's the Tigers and the Aggies. Kickoff 6:32 to be exact on their game script. We will be here, even though it's Thanksgiving night, for the Pelican Sports post-game show. Buddy Sanji and myself. Your phone calls, your text messages. We'll have a report from the stadium with Ronnie Rance. We'll have a contribution from Brian Lazar, TaggerBait.com. We'll have the stats. We'll have the analysis. If anything surfaces on the coaching situation, we'll certainly have that for you on the Pelican Sports.
It won't happen until after Saturday night.
Somebody
if
could
your
pull
guy,
somebody could pull a name
you
out.
said that guy's not going to be the coach.
But somebody could pull a name out. You know how that goes. Yes. Some of them will go, hey, I'm telling them I don't want to be considered no more, which means they didn't want you in most cases. But we'll be there with the post-game show, youtube.com/Pelican Broadcasting. It'll replay on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You'll be able to check out the post-game show. We'll take a look at the schedule. Could very well be there after a bowl game for you as well.
What was the post-game show like after the Florida game?
Disappointing. Couldn't believe they lost. Didn't like the fact that Fournette played. A lot of people on that didn't like the decision that they put him out there when he was not healthy enough to be out there. His 12 carries could have been in the hands of somebody else who could have done something. Or maybe broke one. Okay. Hindsight's 20/20. I've always said that, and I agree with that completely.
Do you find that people still has the Ed Orgeron attraction waned? Do people think it's inevitable that he's not going to get the job? Or are they still thinking that he has a chance to get it? I can tell you what I've heard. You tell me what you've heard.
Based on the reaction we had in the post-game show, most people figured that was it. He had no shot there. Okay. There's still a core of people that want him to have the job because of the big picture, what he's done since September 25th. on the field, off the field, the whole bit. The players are all for him, but it's really not up to the players, okay?
It's not up to the fans either.
It's not up to the fans. It's up to Joe Oliva and his small group of people that he is using to help him make a decision, okay? So that was the sentiment in the post-game show.
Okay. It's his legacy.
Kind of what you said, Florida wasn't a better team that day. They had more points, but,
LSU gave it to him.
Handed that one away.
Gave it to him.
So that was the sentiment. And I still think there's a core of people that would like to see Ed Orgeron as a coach. Part of me would. I think if he knew he was the head coach and he could coach 365 days a year, maybe some of the issues that did pop up in a couple of these games could be ironed out. All teams have issues. Let's point that out. I've seen, you name the team, I'm telling you they've had a problem getting a play in every now and then. Or they've had 12 guys on the field. It happens. You wouldn't think it would, but it does.
It's such a monumental decision, and I said it is Joe
It's the biggest
Oliva's
decision.
legacy, to the point he hired a public relations firm to help him out. You notice the letter that he wrote to the fans. If you look at their website, there is a video of Joe Oliva talking to the fans, and it's all been scripted and worked out. He understands this is his legacy. It's not 5 years from now, oh, well, this was the coach. Joe Oliva hired this coach, and he'll either be with it or he'll be out with it.
Yeah, if the hire works, he's going to get the praise and he will deserve it.
Absolutely.
If the hire doesn't work, he's going to get the criticism.
Yep, that goes with the turf.
Right? And he knows that. I'm not saying anything he doesn't know.
Absolutely. He left Duke. He was a football player. He was quarterback at Lehigh. He left a basketball school. He wanted to see what it was like where football is king. And now he's in the middle of it. And this is his
boss is
opportunity.
named King.
And this is his opportunity to stamp his claim as either a great athletic director or an athletic director who failed. And he does know that.
Yeah.
He's no dummy. He wouldn't be in the position that he's in if he were.
Right. And he's fully aware of that. And I think he, regardless of who wrote the letter for him or with him.
Well, that's some of his work, but they collaborated.
He's completely aware of what this means next week, 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years, 15 years from now. Because what this program does in the next 3 or 4 years could very well dictate the 4, 5, or 6 after that. So
Were you surprised he
huge.
wrote a letter when he did? And what was the purpose of that?
The purpose of that was to make sure people know he was taking it very seriously and he was working very hard at it.
Okay.
My opinion.
I concur.
And I think it came out before the Florida game, not knowing how that game would turn out.
Okay.
Because if Ed Orgeron would have beat Bama, beat Florida, and beat A&M this week, the job had to be his. There's no way if he'd have ran the table that Joe Oliva could say, we're not hiring you.
Don't ever say no way.
99% no way. Huh? No, that's not.
A little bit lower.
Really?
A little bit lower. Yep.
You're more connected than I am, that's for sure. This guy knows more than he's leading on, folks. Trust me. And no, we don't. We have private conversations, but not on that topic really. We're talking about things like, what are you doing for Thanksgiving?
That's right.
And,
That's right.
Hey, you want to give me? I know a kid needs a basketball lesson or whatever.
That's right. That's
right?
Yeah. Can you get
truth be told, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Or where you going for lunch?
As you give it, so shall you receive it. Just remember that.
Listen to this guy. All right, we are due for one more break on this week's edition of Tigers Roar. Once again, happy Thanksgiving to one and all. Great time for family, friends, food, football. All you people that watch our station that love the hunting and the fishing and the outdoors programming.
Yes,
from everyone here. Yeah, normally you would do this at the end of the show, but it just came to me now, and this has been a weird day. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone.
What are you doing?
What
are you doing?
Sounds like I'm done, but I'm not.
Yeah, can we go now?
Go to the break, come back, I'll do that again. How about that?
Just play the tape over again.
Spread the roar.
There you go. There you go. Doing that before the last segment.
We want you. Immediately after the LSU game, it's Pelican Sports post-game show with Tommy Chrysan and Buddy Sanji. We'll have reports from the stadium, statistics, and game analysis. Your phone calls and text messages are welcome. The Pelican Sports post-game show right after the LSU game on Pelican Sports TV and CBS Sports Radio.
Hello. Hola. 你好。 Experience what the Baton Rouge International School can offer your children. Now welcoming displaced students for short and long-term stability.
Accord Eye Clinic Vision Source is located on Perkins Road in Baton Rouge, offering full-service optical and lab work. Dr. Shonda Accord and the professionally trained staff pride themselves on service, complete eye exams, help with contact lenses, and selection of frames featuring Silhouette, Gucci, Jimmy Choo, and all the top lines. State-of-the-art equipment including Optimap, which digitally photographs your retina. Call Accord Eye Clinic for an appointment, 225-767-3937. That's 225-767-3937. Visit the website, visionsource-br.com. All patients of all ages are welcome. Accord Eye Clinic, Vision Source.
Friends, family, and community in surrounding parishes who have lost vehicles due to the flood. North American Auto Group is here to help. We have discounted over 400 pre-owned vehicles with no water damage. In addition, we have lenders offering disaster relief financing programs. We will also help you with your insurance and GAP claims. Shop online at NorthAmericanAutoGroup.com or visit us at one of our 4 locations in Baton Rouge and Gonzales. North American Auto Group. We make it easy.
Perkins Road Veterinary Hospital is a full-service veterinary hospital committed to your pet's health. We offer advanced diagnostic and therapeutic medical services, laser surgery, dog and cat diets, and treats, along with stress-free boarding. Dr. Ritchie sees patients for routine checkups to keep your loved ones happy, also advanced medical and surgical cases. We have separate condos for cat boarding and large climate-controlled canine boarding. Our boarding dogs get to have fun in a very large play yard several times a day. Laser therapy is a service that we offer to heal wounds and help our patients that suffer from chronic pain. Laser therapy is a wonderful adjunct treatment for neurologic and arthritic pain with no side effects. Your pets are family members and deserve the best and highest quality of care. Dr. Ritchie and his staff greatly respect the human-animal bond and are committed to exceeding your expectations.
Cypress Lake Apartments are conveniently located off Segan Lane in Baton Rouge. Come see this community, which has many amenities including swimming pools, fitness room, playground, and much more. Beautiful views of Cypress Lake. 1, 2, 3-bedroom apartments are available. Stop by and see Cypress Lake Apartments. Give them a call at 225-293-6789 or visit online, cypresslake-apartments.net.
Since 1986, the family dental practice of Dr. Farrell Frugier, with state-of-the-art building and technology and our highly trained staff, have been dedicated to providing care and treatment to our patients of all ages. The experience and advanced training in cosmetic and restorative dentistry, TMJ, and treatment of snoring and sleep apnea allows Dr. Frugier to assist you in achieving the best in dental health. Call us today at 225-292-9700 to schedule your initial evaluation because we know how to make you smile.
Continue with Tigers Roar. Final segment. Wow, what a week.
Now we can say Happy Thanksgiving.
Well, no, I got to do the Louisiana Sports Writers Association Players of the Week first.
You got everything bass.
We got it all on the. It's all over the place tonight. Hey, each and every week they vote. For some reason, there was no special teams player this week. I guess nobody made a field goal.
Nobody did anything.
Austin Howard, I was telling you about him, the big-time quarterback at Southern. They blanked Mississippi Valley State 55-0. He threw 4 touchdowns to 4 different guys. That's pretty sporty.
Mm-hmm.
So he's the offensive player of the week for the Louisiana Sports Writers Association. On defense, McNeese won their season finale 41-10 over Lamar.
A freshman.
Kendall Franklin, defensive end out of New Orleans. And I got to do this. My nephew concluded his career as a running back at McNeese.
Mm-hmm.
Had a brilliant 4-year career. Scored a touchdown in the finale against Lamar. Had his entire family over there. Dylan Long, tip of the hat to a great career over there for the McNeese State Cowboys. I'll be seeing him on Thanksgiving Day.
Steve Spurrier.
Spurrier's in?
Text said, did you just say I was in on Tigers Roar?
Yeah.
I should
Steve's
respond.
watching on the internet.
Okay.
All right. Hey, thank you, Steve.
He's going to bring that Dr. Pepper guy with him.
How good are those commercials?
That's terrific.
Huh?
Let's do it next weekend.
It's all about timing, huh? That guy did it with old Larry Culpepper.
Yes,
huh?
How good is that?
That's good stuff.
A lot of people dressed up like him for Halloween.
A whole lot.
Yeah, that was good. Good.
All right. Can I do the Thanksgiving thing yet? Or no,
For the fifth time? Sure, for the fifth time.
I mean,
go ahead.
You got to be thankful.
Being the pro that you are, just do it 5 more times.
I'm going to leave.
I'm thankful for being here. I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for my friends. I'm thankful for the work that I do. I'm just thankful for everybody that I associate with. It's terrific. It is terrific. And I'm being as serious as I can be.
We all need to know we all have a lot to be thankful for.
Absolutely.
Even you got a bad day, a bad week, a bad month. So many people devastated by the flood and other situations that we've all endured.
Very blessed.
So, hey, be
and
thankful.
Marty,
happy birthday to Marty.
What is
we're
Marty's
all
role?
over the
Marty's
board
everything. What is Marty's official title?
Floor director. Siesta coordinator.
Okay. He and Alan Traylor have been working together for over 40 years here.
40-something years.
45 years.
And Alan still didn't bring him a birthday cake.
Forgot his birthday.
Didn't pop popcorn for him. Didn't bring him a birthday cake.
Okay. Hey, that's what friends are for.
Did bring some pizzas, though.
Maybe you can get some Robert Roth jewelry. Oh, no, that's spoken for. Sorry.
Robert's got plenty of stuff over there.
Sorry.
People are seeing the classic 3-minute fill here at the end of the show.
No.
What do you want to talk about?
LSU, they're going to beat Texas A&M?
I'm going to go yes. I'm going to say Tigers win, close one.
I'm going to say no because I'm hoping. I keep saying yes, and it turns out they're. So I'm going to say A&M wins so they can flip the script.
I think Tigers win in a close one, and I don't know a score yet.
Will there be a new head coach by the time we do the next Tigers Roar?
I think so.
Okay.
If there's not, there's issues.
A lot of people said no.
If there's not a new coach when we do Tigers Roar next week,
a lot of people said no.
There's some issues that were unexpected.
Okay.
You agree with that?
I do.
If they don't have a coach.
I think they'll have a coach on Monday.
I would think when we have Tigers Roar for you next week, there's a clip of a new coach.
I believe that will happen.
I know our crew will get it if they have it.
I believe Monday will be the day.
All right, there we go. What else you want to talk about? We got another minute and a half here or so. Hey, it's live TV. We can't just stop now. We got to keep going for a little bit more.
Nobody wants to hear. Nobody cares. But I'm tired. I've worked a long
You've had a
day.
long day. I've had a crazy day and different things. But hey, it's all part of it.
It's great to be
We're
here.
thankful.
Happy Thanksgiving. Seriously, enjoy the opulence of food and football.
He uses all these De La Salle words on
opulence. You didn't do that in the channel?
We didn't have that one at Holy Cross. But anyway. Saints win or lose?
Oh, they win big. They're going to get, and Atlanta's going to lose. They're going to be one game back, and they get all the Saints fans' hopes up. It's all because of the new special teams coach.
There we go. Now, don't forget Tremonti's. Don't forget Robert Roth Jewelers. Don't forget the
Pelicans are on a roll, baby. Pels on a roll.
Pelicans.
They got Drew Holiday's back. Guess where I'm going? December 13th. Got my
To
tickets
the
in
arena?
hand. Oh, yeah. Guess who's playing? Don't tell me. Not Steph Curry and Kevin Durant. Don't tell me that. Oh,
Really?
yeah,
You
baby.
in there?
You want to go? No. Can't
No,
make it.
well, that's
No.
a Tuesday, am I
As
correct?
you giveth, so you receive it.
That's a Tuesday, correct?
Might be a Wednesday.
No, it's a Tuesday, I know. 13th's a Tuesday.
Okay.
I do know.
Okay.
My birthday's next month. I know what day it is. I know what day of the
you
week it
celebrate
is.
for a week, don't
No,
you?
I know the
Yeah, you
days.
did.
I
You
looked it up. I
Just
looked
like
it up.
Marty. Marty's going to celebrate all week long.
All right. We want to thank everybody around here
Boy,
because
let's
this
get
show,
outta here.
it takes a lot of people to put this show together and make it happen for you. You know, we're sitting here. We get to do this part of it. We're thankful for all those people. We're thankful for those of you that watch our program, listen to the radio, watch the TV, and happy Thanksgiving to one and all. It's my favorite holiday of the year, and I hope it's a wonderful week and day for you. On behalf of Jordan Hultberg, I'm Tommy Chrysan. We'll visit with you again soon. Thank you for watching.
Tremonti's Meat and Seafood Market. Check it out.
Whoa.
Attention small business owners. Penn Funding announces the easiest and fastest business funding program, the Platinum Business Account.
We needed cash fast. Business is good, but this is an emergency. We needed some new equipment, and the banks wouldn't help us.
At Penn Funding, we like to say yes, you're approved. With your Platinum Business Account, you could qualify for up to $50,000 or more. This amazing new business account funding program is so effective, you could have the cash you need in just days.
I called, spoke with an agent who pre-qualified us, and connected me.
Call now for your Platinum Business Account. If you've been in business for at least 6 months, you could qualify for up to $50,000 or more in just days.
I called Penn Funding and had my money fast.
Need cash for your business? Call Penn Funding now.
Call 800-552-8621. 800-552-8621.
Friends, family, and community in surrounding parishes who have lost vehicles due to the flood. North American Auto Group is here to help. We have discounted over 400 pre-owned vehicles with no water damage. In addition, we have lenders offering disaster relief financing programs. We will also help you with your insurance and GAP claims. Shop online at NorthAmericanAutoGroup.com or visit us at one of our 4 locations in Baton Rouge and Gonzales. North American Auto Group. We make it easy.